everyone, welcome to a new video. It is me, Desiree. I join you barefaced because today, well, my intention for this video was to do a get ready with me using all of the Shop My Stash makeup for January. It just turns out that I hate almost all of it. So with the exception of two things, I hate all of these things and I'm going to declutter all of them. I don't know how I happened to just pick so many bad products. But yeah, this is going to be practically a full face of makeup I hate, and I'm decluttering. I will list all the products down below, of course. Just forewarning, I'm going to complain about each of these products as I use them, but I also will tell you why I don't like them and, you know, why I don't like them. So, first thing, the primer. This primer. This is the Revlon Prime Plus Brightening Skin Tone Evening Makeup and Skincare Primer. This is what it looks like. I've used this many times and I just don't like it. I don't like how thick it is. I don't like that it does nothing. I don't like that they're saying that it's skincare and makeup. I don't know. I like makeup with skincare benefits, but the way that this is, I don't know. It says it improves the appearance of skin over time. I don't know. I don't know. Because most likely you're using this as a primer when you already have all your skincare on, most likely a sunscreen as well, and then putting this primer that's supposed to help improve the appearance of your skin and give you an even skin tone. I don't really see how this is going to work when you already have all your skincare on and a sunscreen. I don't get it. I don't get it. And it's also just not a good formula. Ugh, I don't even want to put this on, but I'm going to do it. This is what it looks like. It's kind of yellow, but it does have no tint, and it is also very glowy. It also does have a fruity kind of scent to it, which I don't mind. Ugh, I can feel it. I don't like it. I don't like the way this feels. It's just so thick. Alright, you have to like force it to blend in because it's really thick. So yeah, my face is going to turn all red. This is my last day using this guy. Goodbye. Alright, next up, the foundation. Okay, I can already see this video. Every product I'm gonna go, ugh, this Maybelline Dream Radiant Liquid Hydrating Foundation. So I have the shade Porcelain Ivory. This is something I used to really like, and actually I think I really liked it because I always mixed it with this. This is like a shade too dark, and this number 7 Protect and Perfect all-in-one foundation. This is amazing. But it's like a shade, like a hair too light. So I was mixing these together to create a really good shade for me. And mixed together, it's a great shade match. But I kept thinking that this was really good. But now that I've been using it on its own, I think I hate it. I don't like the shade, of course, but I already knew that. That's not a fault of the product. I just picked the wrong shade. It's very pink. I also really don't like the way it looks on my face. I don't like the way it wears. The first day that I wore this during the Shop My Stash that I had picked it, I actually really liked it. I kept checking on it throughout the day and I was like, oh, this actually looks alright. But then every other time I used it, I was like, this looks horrible. It doesn't feel good. I just don't like the way it wears. So I'm going to put it on for the last time. Yeah. And some of these things, I know because every time I watch someone do a makeup regrets or full face of products I hate or products I'm decluttering and stuff like that, it never actually looks bad when you're watching the video. You're like, why are you getting rid of that? It actually looks good. Or when you hear someone complaining about something, it looks good in the camera, but you wearing it, it looks horrible. And so some of this might not look that terrible, but I just don't enjoy it. Now that I'm putting this on, I'm like, hold on. I don't think the shade is too bad. And I'm using my Morphe sponge. My dog got a hold of this yesterday. And I went to take it out of his mouth, but he had sunk his little tooth into it. And a little chunk fell out. Alright, so we're going to blend this in. And it doesn't look too bad. And now I'm like, hold on. But I have to remember, it doesn't wear that well. And I don't like the way it looks. I don't like the way it settles. You know. But it looks good at first. It's very deceiving. Okay, what do I have up? Oh, the concealer. So this concealer, actually, I'm going to keep. I've been enjoying it. It's the L'Oreal True Match Eye Cream in a concealer. I don't like this as an eye concealer. I like it as a face concealer. But I will put some on, got foundation all over my finger still. I will put some of this on under my eyes just so you can kind of see. It's very, very, very thin. And I think it's too thin. Oh, that's way too much. As an eye concealer, like it's just not what I would want. Like it feels very, very, very serum-y, which is fine. It feels really good. But it's like almost too lightweight for under the eyes. All right. And I have been using the concealer all month. I think it's lovely. Really light, really lightweight. Nice wear time. I've been enjoying it. But as you can see, you know, as an under eye concealer, it's kind of whatever. Don't love it for that. But that one I am keeping. Okay. The powder. Oh boy. Okay. This is the number 7 Lift Illuminate Triple Action translucent finishing powder, but it does have a shade. It's light medium. I just touched it. I just polished this up before the video, and of course I all touched it. Anyway, here it is. This powder, I don't understand the hype on this powder. I've had this for over a year now, maybe longer. I've had this since 2019, I feel. I don't really like it that much. I find that it's fine, but it's not a nice touch-up powder. I don't like the way it sits on top of like already worn makeup. I also feel like it has a touch of pink to it. I don't know. I don't get the hype on it. I don't get it, but you know, whatever. But I don't know. I don't like it enough to keep it. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of it. All right. The bronzer. This bronzer was making me so mad. It's the ColourPop, I have it in a single here, but it's the ColourPop bronzer in the shade Wild Card. So this bronzer was actually impossible to use. I don't think I've had it that long. Maybe a year, maybe not even that long, but it seems to have a seal over it. Like it won't pick up on a brush for nothing. And I use many different brushes. I even like press hard into the pan. It doesn't pick up anything. And I was so frustrated with this bronzer. I ended up kind of like messing up the top a little bit, and it seems like it's kind of working better, but it was so frustrating because no color was coming off whatsoever. And I can't remember the last time I did this to a bronzer and then got like nothing out of it. Oh man. And I want to say the color that is showing up here is from what I used yesterday that was on this brush. I thought I cleaned it off enough, but maybe not, because I highly doubt that's from this bronzer. Let's try to get some to put on the neck here. This is one of the worst bronzer formulas I've ever used. It makes me mad. I don't want to even continue with it. Okay, the highlighter. This is the ColourPop. I feel like I messed up all my hair just now. The ColourPop Super Shock Cheek in the shade Flexitarian. This actually used to be one of my all-time favorite highlighters. I think this is just old. It feels very creamy and very putty-like still, but I think it's old. I think it has a little too much age on it because it wasn't looking that nice on my face. And I was finding it, oh my god, that's a lot. I was finding it really difficult to blend out, even with my finger. But this is one I would still highly recommend. It's really beautiful and it's really glowy. I just think this formula, like, it's just old and it doesn't look good anymore. But it is one that I used to really love. But right now, I have not enjoyed it once this whole month, including today. The blush, though, I will be keeping. This is the Laura Geller Baked Blush and Brighten in the shade Pink Buttercream. One of my all-time favorite blushes. Definitely the saving grace of the month. This and that eye cream were like the only two things that I was like, oh, I can't use all this awful makeup, but I'm going to use that blush I love. I I just love this shade. I love the nice radiance it gives. It's not like a radiance that's like a highlighter. It's just enough to make it look not flat matte. And it's really, really pretty. They have a ton of shades. I have a bunch of them. And I love all of them equally. They're so pretty. What's next? Eyebrows. So this is the Ulta Beauty Brow Pomade in the shade Medium Brown. This was actually the first brow pomade I ever tried. And I was like, oh my God, brow pomades are horrible. And then I tried the Morphe one. And I was like, wait, brow pomades are awesome. This one is not very good. I find it very crumbly, and it was very crumbly and dry on first use. Like, it wasn't like I had it for a long time and that it was just, you know, got a lot of air got into it or something. I just don't enjoy. The shade also is a little too warm. I do prefer a cool toned brow. It's something a little darker. But this... So aside from the shade, I just don't like the formula. It's very crumbly. And it has like little crumbs of pomade in it. Like those little dry particles that you can kind of see sometimes when your pomade's a little dry. And that's how this looks all the time. But I'm going to do some light eyebrows quickly, hopefully. Oh. I don't know. I just don't like it. All right. Well, I'm going to finish these up. I'll join you back here. I'm still going to be frustrated, but I'll join you back here in a second. Okay. So these have got to be some of the worst eyebrows I've ever done. But you know what? I don't even care. I just didn't want to take the time and the effort and the energy to use a pomade I don't like. Like, I didn't want to do nice eyebrows with a bad pomade, because I'm going to wash it off after this video anyway. So there's the eyebrows. I did set them with a little gel. I put on some eye primer, and we're going to use the eyeshadow. Oh my gosh. So this is the Morphe Jaclyn Hill Bling Boss eyeshadow palette. I bought this a long time ago. It's a really, really pretty color scheme. And I've swatched the shimmers many times, and they swatch amazing. But I can't get them to transfer onto my eye. Also, these mattes are so hard to blend. The only shade I have gotten use out of is Hush Hush. And when I say gotten use out of, I mean like I've used it and it looks nice. But the other shades, this one on the end here, this like burgundy one, this other dark one, they are so hard to blend. They're so patchy. They're so frustrating. And then the shimmers don't stick to the mattes very well. So if you're putting the eyeshadow all over your eye and you're getting this shimmer to like pat on the top of the lid, it doesn't stick. You have to kind of go at it with nothing on your lids. Or if you're doing the, like the matte shade in the crease, try not to get any on your eyelid. It's a whole thing, but I'm going to try today. I'm just going to use this one and this one here, that shimmer in the shade Glitz and Glam. No, I'm going to use Ballsy. That's the one I used to swatch all the time and just be like, oh, it's so pretty. It's truly unique in my collection. Which it is. It's a really pretty shade. Kind of reminds me of the... I forgot to swatch them together. I was going to see if it was a duplicate of the Sydney Grace shade in Troops. It's the only shade I have. But I thought it was pretty similar. Like a really pretty lavender... I don't even know how to describe it. So this shade, as you can see, has a nice pigmentation. It blends really well. It's the only shade in the palette I really like. I love the tone of it. It's really, really pretty. But I'm not even going to try with the other ones to deepen out the crease or anything because I just... Oh my god, these eyebrows. These eyebrows. I don't want to be that frustrated in the video. Trying to blend out these darker colors. I'm going to do a little on the lower lash line. And then we're just going to grab that shimmer on the lid. Oh my gosh, this mascara I'm going to be using is horrible. It's the Milani. I'm just thinking about it and I'm like, ugh. The Milani waterproof one. It's called the waterproof one, and it's the least waterproof mascara I've ever used. I'll explain in a minute. Alright, there's that. And what was I going to do? Oh yeah, Ballsy. Let me show you a swatch of that one. It's really, really pretty. It's very thick. Like, these shimmers are really, really thick. And like, I don't know what. But yeah, let's swatch that one. Or not swatch it. Let's try to put it on the lid. And as nice as these two shades go together, I don't think it's worth keeping the whole palette for how frustrating all the other shades are. And then someone had left me a comment, was it on the video or my Instagram? I don't remember. That you had this palette and then also got rid of it because you didn't like it. And I was like, ugh, I'm slowly figuring out I don't like it. So I don't know if you can see, but this shade goes on so crepey. Like, it makes my eyelid look like awful. And I don't enjoy that whatsoever. But to get the shimmer to stick on the lid, you have to kind of press really hard and use too much. And I just do not enjoy that. So there's that. Oh, I forgot about this. This is one thing I'm not going to be decluttering. The Real Her Ultimate Glow Getter Cheek Trio. I didn't use this today because I actually like all three of these things. And I'm decluttering all the other things. This is another one I'm going to keep. I like that one. So yeah, that's the best we're gonna do. Now the mascara, I don't like this. This smears and smudges all over the place. It looks like this. I don't know if you've seen it. It's the waterproof one. It's not waterproof whatsoever. It will transfer all up here. It will smear like crazy down here. It will flake. It's one of the worst waterproof mascaras I've ever used. And I remember the first day I used it, I was like, oh, maybe it was just a really hot day and the mascara's not meant for that. But I've been wearing this in the winter, in very non-hot days, and it's awful. It doesn't hold up to the waterproof claim at all. That's all I'm going to do because I don't feel like washing all this mascara off. The lip gloss I also did not like was actually a Fenty gloss bomb, believe it or not. This is the shade Cheeky. I think this was one that came out in a holiday set. I don't like this because I don't like the color very much on me personally. I'm not even going to put it on because I don't like it that much. It's not that much in a swatch, but when you put this on, it's very red, very colorful, very un-me. I'm not big into colorful lips or anything like that, and I just don't like the way this looks on me, and I feel like, who's that? Who is that wearing lipstick? It's not me, that's all I'll tell you. The setting spray also, I absolutely hate this setting spray from Milani. It's the Make It Last Matte. Ugh. So of course, the sprayer is terrible. Milani probably makes one of the worst setting spray sprayers on the market, like no exaggeration. So I poured it out into my favorite one, the Wet n Wild Photo Focus setting spray bottle. And as I was pouring it, like, this actually has charcoal in it and like chunks, like big old giant chunks, and they were plopping in there when I was pouring it into the bottle, and I was like, whatever, I'll shake it up and use it. But there's so much charcoal in there that it plugged up the sprayer and it would no longer spray. Like, I would spray it one time and it would stay stuck down and I'd have to pull it up and spray it again. It was really bad. It also, it does mattify like crazy. It will mattify, it will make you feel so dry. I don't know. I want a mattifying setting spray, but I don't want it to make me feel like crazy dry. And that's what this did. I had to pour it out of here. I rinsed it out, unclogged it. I hate this. And I think that's everything I had to Shop My Stash. All the things I'm getting rid of. I cannot wait to wash this off. And that is it. Let me know some products that have not worked out for you this month. I would love to know. Let me know your thoughts and opinions as always, and I'll see you later in another video. Goodbye.